it like this. There are 50 people and there's one seat. And they're asking you, why should I give you this seat and not the other 49 people? If your SOP does not sell you well enough to see to the fact that you get that chair and not the others, then it is not doing justice. Today, my goal is to show you a very simple yet efficient hack that you can use to write any statement of purpose, be it for an admission, to gain scholarship, or to apply for a visa. I'd advise that you grab a book and a pen because it's going to be a very insightful read. Let's get right into it. To help us explain this process today, I introduce to you our classroom assistant, Kayla. So, she'll be our persona for today. While I walk you through the process of using this hack, I will create a sample SOP for Kayla with this exact same process. So that way you don't only learn how to use it, you see how it adds up in the end. Okay, a statement of purpose is basically an essay you write to an admissions committee or a scholarship committee, telling them why you want to be in the institution or why you want to gain that scholarship, and then also explaining why you are the perfect fit for that opportunity. The idea is to sell yourself enough to the committee so they understand that you are the perfect fit for the institution. My hack is simply called the KYC method. The KYC method. Now, when I say KYC, I would say C's because there are a lot of C's at the end, and we're going to walk through all the C's one after the other. The first KYC stands for Know Your Customer. I apologize for using customer. I couldn't find a more dramatic term to use, so I had to keep the C there because I wanted it to rhyme with other things. Yes, I'm literally saying know yourself. You cannot write a statement of purpose trying to convince someone that you deserve an opportunity when you don't even understand why you deserve that opportunity. So knowing yourself is the process that allows you to mirror out why exactly do I want this opportunity and why exactly do I think I deserve this opportunity, and what are those things that I have, what are those qualities that I possess, what is my story, what is my history. Now, usually you have to be able to self-reflect on yourself a lot to be able to create a masterpiece SOP. And so the KYC process, which is the know your customer bracket, know yourself, is saying know yourself enough to sell yourself. Now, how does this work? We draw out 3 columns. The first column past, the second column present, and the third column future. When I say your past, I'm not exactly saying that that part of your life does not exist anymore. I'm not saying that, oh, it's gone. It is your source. So your childhood, your background. Where are you from? What kind of home did you grow up in? What kind of neighborhood did you grow up in? What kind of family did you have? What kind of school did you go to? The course that you studied in the university, what did you graduate with? What kind of person were you in the university? Did you take up leadership roles? Did you win any awards? Did you gain any kind of scholarship? Did you do certifications? Did you take internships? What exactly you did? Just pour it out. Dump everything you can think of on this part. First of all, dump. So dumping allows you to bring out all the ideas that you have. Then after you have dumped, you can now start to pick the ones that match the program that you are going into. Okay? For this moment, we are not dumping. We're going right into drafting because we don't have that much time. Let's talk about Kayla's past. You be Kayla and write down everything in your past that informed who you are now. You are whatever you can think of about yourself that is epic. Okay? We are spewing nothing but confidence and excellence. Don't shortchange yourself. Okay? You have to speak to the fact that you are the best thing that can ever happen to that school. Exude confidence. The second column is your present. Now, your present is where you talk to us about where you are now. Remember, if you are studying a course, if you are going for a master program, for example, and that course directly mirrors what you did in your university day, good. Then we can say there was no transition. You only improved in your learning. You improved in your knowledge. You became more versatile. But then, if you were studying economics in school, and now you want to go into medicine, this future is where you express how you changed, or is where you express what that new drive has become. So you have to focus on what you are doing now that is informing that course you are going to study. I have lately found new passion I'm intrigued by how data can metamorphose into key information that can help an organization thrive. Whatever it is that you are doing, just find a way to make it seem as though you have found the light, you are interested in it, and write it down here. So watch Kayla. Now, let's go to the last part, which is the future. I want you to listen very attentively to this part. This is the part where you sell your dream to the team. What is your goal? What do you want to be? What do you aspire to be as a result of learning this skill? Two things you should always look out for here. Whether you're applying for scholarship or you're applying for visa, especially people who are applying for visas. One thing you should look out for here is that you want to talk about how this skill will be beneficial to you in terms of career. So here you're going to talk about your goal. In fact, let your goal be so big that even your lecturer, whoever is going to read that SOP, will be wowed. Okay? So let that dream speak to how you will benefit from taking that course, one, and two, how your community will benefit from it. You always have to prove, because you are applying for a temporary visa, you always have to prove to them that you will come back home upon that completion of that degree. You will come back home and use that degree to benefit your community. So you're not just going to say, oh, I want to be this person in America, or I want to be this person in Canada after this course. No, you have to say that when you finish this course, you want to come back home. You have to prove that you will come back home. Even though you and I know that, but you have to prove that you will come back home. Now, you have to speak to the fact that you will give back to your community, you will create something in your community that they will be able to benefit from as a result of you getting this scholarship, or as a result of you getting this degree or getting this admission. That's simply it. So build a goal for yourself and build a goal that connects back to your home. The second KYC is know your course, know your college, and know your country. Know your course, know your college, and know your country. What do you know about your course? Someone who studies data analysis, what do they do? Where do they end up? What kind of job do they do? What kind of career do they take on? You have to understand the course that you're going to study. Know the kind of career they get into. Know what the course is about. Know know what the program is about. Know the courses that are taught in that program. Everything that involves international finance. So for example, Kayla is going into international finance. Here she's going to write that international finance is a course that involves risk analysis, evaluating investments, budgeting, helping people choose between risky assets and non-risky assets, helping people decide which are the best investments to put money in, which way to diversify their investments, that it is properly structured to stand a boom or a bear period. The next part quickly is where you talk about your college. You want to go to the University of Saskatchewan, for example. Why University of Saskatchewan? Key information. Type your university and go to Quora. Or type your university and go to Reddit. Ignore all the bad reviews that you see. Even if there are bad reviews, look into the good reviews and write down things that even the school does not know about themselves. Here, you are trying to sell the school to the school. You're trying to make them feel like, oh, they are the ish in town. Do you get me? So if you can read their websites to find this information, find key information about them and write it down. The University of Saskatchewan is a very peaceful university because it's located in the north of, the north of Canada, whatever. Put that down. The University of Saskatchewan is the only university in Canada that offers an international finance program that is fully research-based, whatever. Write it down. Make sure it is the truth, so don't lie to them. They know the truth, okay? So do your research and write everything under Know Your College. Look for a professor in your department and then pick his name. Pick the work that he has done. Read his materials and put it there. The University of Saskatchewan attracted me because there is this Professor Anita, that has worked on a research program about entrepreneurs thriving in poor economic policy environments. I'm interested to work with him to get more insight, blah, blah, blah. Write it down. We've talked about your course, we've talked about your college. The last thing is your country. There's Australia, there's Cambodia. Why have you chosen Canada? Or why have you chosen France? Or why have you chosen America? Basically write everything you know about your course, everything you know about the school, and everything you know about the country. I am telling you that if you have all of this information ready, all you have to do next is just put it into your SOP. So you know how it patterns, right? Your introduction, your educational background, your professional background, and then the course you want to study, introduce the course you want to study, introduce the school, and introduce why you should be given that opportunity. I think I have done justice. I have given you these templates. I'm going to let Kayla read her SOP for you, showing you how we have used this process to build this SOP for her within 2 weeks. Myself and Kayla built this SOP in 2 weeks, so it is not the best of examples. You can do better if you give yourself 3 months, 2 months. Start to plan and start to write. You don't need to be a creative writer to write an SOP. You just have to look in well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll leave you with Kayla now. Have a beautiful day.